All right, peace, family. I watched a interesting video yesterday. I was on YouTube just scrolling through, some of the videos that are on my page, and going through some of the people that I'm subscribed to. But before I did that, there was this video that popped up, and it was dealing with this white chick. And the name of her video was called "White Women Are Jealous of Black Women." And so, the title, sparked my curiosity. So, I was like, okay, let me see what she's talking about. So when I listened to the video, it surprised the hell out of me. And, I watched it twice. I might even watch it a third time. And then she also did a second video to where they were people who responded to the things that she had to say in that video. And I watched that video, and that video was better than, the first one that she did. And one of the things that she stressed, because she wanted to answer some of the questions that she kept seeing over and over and over as it pertained to the first video that she made. And one of those questions dealt with the fact that, and this question came from Black people. And, they were like, we don't need for you to tell us that. And her response to that was, which I think she said it in her first video. She wasn't saying it to get views, although she did get a lot of views. She was saying it because she is an individual who just happens to be white, that woke up from the bullshit that has been given to all of those people that consider themselves to be white, to think that their privilege allows them to do certain things in society that they feel like they should be able to do. So those were the things that, she addressed in that video. And then with the question that was, stated on her video, she was very sincere about it. I don't think she was lying. And a lot of people feel that way, even with I can't remember the lady's name, but she's an older lady. Hopefully her name will come to me before, this video ends. She's the lady that will put all the white people in a room, and then the same things that Black people and people of color, meaning, those other people who are melanated as well, she would put them or create a scenario to where those people will have to go through the things that we go through every day, the most of us for the most part, that deals with racism, prejudice, and discrimination. She would put them in that same scenario and let them see how that shit felt. And a lot of them could not deal with the shit. I saw one video with this white chick, she was crying and she had so much to say. And, I think she got up and walked the fuck out. But, this white lady did not, she did not stray from what she was doing. And, that's pretty much what this lady is doing as well. She's married to a Black man. He's Nigerian. And, you can say what you want to say, so forth and so on. That's your prerogative. But this is the reason why I'm making this video. We always look at things as being, for the most part, black and white when it comes to racism, prejudice, and discrimination. But in some instances, there are shades of gray. And the reason why I say that is because here you have this particular white individual who just happens to not agree with the shit that her ancestors, as well as, the people of today that she comes from, she doesn't agree with the shit that they do. Her eyes are open now. And my question is this: when it comes to people like that, do we shun them because they are now, they've had some kind of awakening? Are we so pro-black now to where it gets to the point that, when we hear truth, we reject truth because of where it's coming from? And I think a lot of us deal with that issue. I used to deal with that issue until you know, I got deeper into the things that I'm into. And that's when you realize that you're going from the level that you're at now to another level. Your awareness is more heightened. Your wisdom is heightened. You begin to look at things in a deeper and more complex way, to the point where you realize that there are some things that are not just black and white. There are some shades of gray. And there are some white people that are out there, you know, hell, they just trying to get by just like anybody else. Some of them look at the situation like this. They don't like what some of their people are doing, and they don't even want to be associated with that. But they can't get away from that shit because we've built this climate to the point where when shit goes on, especially with the nature of what I'm talking about, a lot of us look at all white people in that same manner. And a lot of white people look at black people in the same way. So when you start getting into that dynamic, it is no longer based on color now. It is based on your perception of what you think an individual is like, and you don't even know that individual. You don't know what an individual is like until you get to know them. You let their character dictate how they should be perceived. And a lot of times we don't do that, man. Now, that's not to say you should let your guard down when it comes to white people. I would go further to say this. You shouldn't let your guard down when it comes to anyone, male or female, black, white, brown, yellow, purple. It doesn't matter, because everybody is capable of doing good in the world. And there are people who are capable of doing, you know, heinous acts, evil, whatever term you want to use to describe some shit that is fucked up. You have those individuals that are out there. But the thing is this, we don't take time to sit back and truly look at who and what an individual is based off of their deeds and their actions. And when this lady was dropping what she was dropping in her video, I couldn't disagree with any of the things that she was saying. Matter of fact, she was on point, and she got criticized for it, not just by her own people, but by black people as well. And those were the people that she was speaking for. She was basically speaking up for us, and at the same time apologizing for the actions of her people, and probably even herself, before she became aware of the shit that she was doing and her people were doing that she now realizes, you know, was fucked up. And one of the things that she was talking about as it pertains to the title of the video, she was talking about how beautiful black women are, how they have culturally appropriated the form, the figure of a black woman. Now, all black women are not shaped this way, but for the most part, from what she was saying, there are just certain features that are in, you know, the different races that are more prominent in that race. For example, with Caucasians, a lot of them have blue eyes, gray eyes. They have different color eyes. To whereas when you're dealing with more people of color, you know, the basic color is usually brown, light brown, dark brown, and maybe even black when it comes to eye color. So when it comes to the form and the shape of the female, the majority of most black females, they have curves, they have ass, they have hips. And what she was saying is that a lot of white women are jealous of the things that they admire in black women that they know physically they can never have. And that was one of the reasons why she titled the video the way that she titled it. So basically what she's saying is that the reason why you have this hate and all of these things that are going on between, you know, black people and white people is because there is something that white people admire in us that they know they don't have and can never get. So it's like the thing that you love, you end up hating because you can never be like whatever it is that you admire. And that's basically what she was saying. And, you know, I used to have this conversation with my daughter because she was like, you know, I can't even remember how the shit came up, but she was like, Dad, you got white friends? I was like, I wouldn't say I have white friends, but I have white people that, you know, that I talk to, that I'm cool with. Matter of fact, you know, the lady that does the payroll here where I work at, I'm not going to call her name, but she's mad cool, man. We talk about a whole lot of shit. You know, one day she was like, yo, you watch Minister Farrakhan? So, you know, I sat back and I was like, I was like, what the fuck you know about Minister Farrakhan? She was like, man, I love Minister Farrakhan. She was like, I cannot disagree with anything that he says. She was like, we need more individuals like him. She was like, I watch Minister Farrakhan as often as I can. And, you know, that shit kind of blew me away because I'm like, do you know what the fuck he talks about? And she was like, yeah, I do. And she was like, hell, he's correct. So, you know, she's just one of a few white people that I deal with that a lot of people would not know that I deal with because people think I'm this pro-black dude that's like, you know, fuck white people, kill white people. Nah, man, I'm like this. I want to deal with truth, and I try not to deal with falsehood. And it doesn't matter to me where truth comes from because truth doesn't have a color to it. Truth is exactly what it is. And anyone can tell the truth and anyone can tell a lie. I try to judge people on their character. I'm not one of these individuals that's going to sit back and be like, I don't see your skin color because that's bullshit. I see your skin color. I see what race you come from or what race I think you come from. But then I look past that. And now I want to go to the character. Who are you? What are you made of? What will make me want to be around you and talk to you and have a conversation with you, not based on what you look like, but based on how you present yourself to me. So that was one of the things, you know, that I wanted to talk about, man. You know, as black people, I think we need to get away from, for the most part, you know, this thing of thinking that everything is black and white, because sometimes it's not black and white. Sometimes there are shades of gray to shit. In the same way you have those white people who don't want to be perceived as the racist because they're truly not racist. They are also individuals who are not prejudiced or trying to discriminate. With those white people that feel that way, we have to give them the benefit of the doubt. Keep your guard up until they show you based off of their deeds. But at the same time, that's the way we need to conduct ourselves, because if the shoe was on the other foot, which it is, that's the way we would want to be perceived. That's just like when I watch the news and they may have some black people on there that did some fucked up shit. And let's say that it's a male. I hate that shit because when that video goes out, his face is now my face. And when I go out into the fucking community, or even here at my job, when I first started working out here, you know, the way that they would look at a criminal, that's the way they fucking looked at me. It would be white women that I would walk past in the fucking hallway, and them motherfuckers would stick to the goddamn wall as if, you know, I was trying to attack them because they was trying to move away from me. I would laugh about the shit because I'm like, I don't want your motherfucking ass. There's nothing that you have that I want materially or physically. And, you know, I just thought it was hilarious because they have this preconceived notion that they think that every black man is out to get them, whether that's dealing with your material possessions or dealing with you physically. And that's not the case. But anyway, you know, that's what I wanted to put out, man. It was just something that I was thinking about based on this video that I watched. I thought the video was interesting. I thought that the points that the lady brought up and the way that she was trying to educate, you know, her people, because the video was not for black people. The video was for her people. And she stated that in the video. You know, I thought she did a pretty good job, and, you know, kudos to her. And, you know, that's pretty much it. So I'm still going to get back to, you know, dealing with the whole thing about the coronavirus. I'm still going to do part 2, but I'll probably put that out sometime next week. But other than that, man, that's all I got. You know, peace and blessings. It's Friday. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy your time off from work, and peace.